Davidson of Guam. Visit our new showroom now located on Route 8 in Mighty. IP&E Fueling Excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
An appeal hearing for former GPD officer and convicted killer Mark Torrey Jr. was held today. Plus, ahead of the general election, gubernatorial teams participate at a Rotary Club forum. And soldiers from the Guam Army National Guard arrived in Saipan to assist in post-typhoon recovery efforts. Good evening, everybody. Well, Mark Torrey Jr. had his day in court today. The former GPD officer and convicted killer was sentenced to 8 years in prison, but has yet to serve a single day behind bars. That's because of his pending appeal, which is now under advisement by Supreme Court justices, as Crystal Paco explains in our top story.
Mark Torrey Jr. back in court. This time, his fate resting with Supreme Court justices who must decide whether to reverse or affirm his conviction. Last year, he was found guilty of negligent homicide and aggravated assault for the 2015 shooting death of fellow police officer Sergeant Albert Piolo.
The Fifth Amendment commands that no person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. In this case, Mark Torrey's right against self-incrimination was violated when the trial court ordered him to submit to a mental examination.
The defendant complains of constitutional violations and other errors here and seeks reversal. But people are arguing that there were no errors here, and so the court should affirm.
Attorney Anita Areola on behalf of Torrey. Attorney Marianne Wallace-Chuck arguing on behalf of the government.
First, my client did not assert a mental disease defect or condition denying criminal responsibility, and second, the court was not authorized under section 7.25b to allow the mental examination by the people's expert. It can only appoint its own expert. And because of this, Mr. Torrey's statements were not freely and voluntarily given because he was court ordered to be examined by Dr. Donovan.
Here, the psych evaluation or the examination was used for purposes of rebuttal, not sentencing. If the defendant wants to introduce psychological evidence, he doesn't need Miranda warnings if he's initiating it because he has impliedly waived his rights.
As reported during trial, defense argued Torrey suffered from an alcohol-induced blackout, which was confirmed by their expert witness, San Francisco-based psychiatrist Dr. Pablo Stewart. KUAM files show it was Piolo who phoned 911. His final words on the call, quote, "Lieutenant, please help me. I'm dying, he shot me, end quote. Torrey, during his testimony, stated, quote, "Birdie tried to take his life and I tried to stop him. He shot himself," end quote. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Well, heroism was on full display Wednesday afternoon at the Guam Premier Outlets. That's where a female tourist was waiting for the bus when she was approached by an unknown man who grabbed her mobile phone and made a run for it. 2 employees of Coca-Cola and 2 other bystanders ran after him, apprehending the suspect. 26-year-old M1 Masaichi was arrested and charged with robbery as a third-degree felony. Well, there are but 5 days left until the general election, and gubernatorial teams are still hard at work campaigning. Thursday, Republican Ray Tenorio and Democrat Lou Leon Guerrero appeared at a forum hosted by the Rotary Club. They again made their pitches on why they should be Guam's chief executive.
I am running because I want to make a difference for our people of Guam. This is my culture, my people, and I love our culture and I love our people. I am from here, and that's the sense of responsibility that I have to help lift up the lives of our people. I'm motivated by the fact that I am from here, and I'm motivated by the fact that I feel responsible for our people.
Depending on what your degree of definition is for the next governor, experience, it really does count. You need to have someone who understands the government infrastructure, but also has a vision for success. I think the solution for everything from any given number of factors, homeless, drug use, and crime, is not going to be investing in more jail cells, but investing in individuals.
Now, in case you're wondering, Frank Uncle Jr., the Democrat write-in candidate, was at the forum prior to the start, but like other events, was not included in it. Well, Guam continues to show an outpouring of support to help with the relief efforts in the CNMI devastated from Super Typhoon U2. From the Guard to good to help our brothers and sisters in the north, Chris Barnett reports.
Another wave of soldiers from the Guam Army National Guard arriving on Saipan today following processing on Wednesday.
They've been here for the people of Guam in our times of natural disaster, and now they were representing our island as ambassadors of Guam to our northern brothers and sisters who have basically felt the impacts of Mother Nature at its worst.
The 30 Guam Guard soldiers arrived on Saipan Thursday and immediately began helping with Super Typhoon U2 recovery efforts. The group, a contingent from Guam Power and the Guam International Airport, were also on the ground in the CNMI.
I told them to take care of themselves, but then at the same times, remember that these are our brothers and sisters up there and do everything they can be to get that island, the Northern Marianas, back to normalcy. I consider them now the guardian angels of the Northern Marianas as well.
Also spreading their wings, local businesses and organizations that have been raising money and collecting supplies to assist with the U2 recovery. Organizations like the Ajuda Foundation. Here's Senator Jim Espaldon.
The response has been great, and we're really happy. We believe that this is going to be an ongoing effort for the next several months because of the need is great.
KUAM will also be lending a hand November 6th on Super Tuesday during our Decision 2018 election program. We'll launch our campaign for a cause to raise money that will go to U2 relief efforts. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
And in continuing with relief efforts to the people up north this afternoon, members of the Israel family presented a check to the Ajuda Foundation in the amount of $100,000.
They have boots on the ground in Saipan and Tinian so that our funds can be used effectively. We encourage all other businesses on Guam to support this foundation and their efforts to help Saipan and Tinian recover.
Mike Donahue, on behalf of the Ajuda Foundation, but also on behalf of the people of CNM, I thank you. This will help us in a long way to be able to get the stuff that they need.
That, of course, Ajuda Foundation board member Frank Blas Jr., who says shipping containers continue to be filled with much-needed supplies, such as non-perishable food and necessities. If you'd like to donate or you'd like to help, visit their Facebook page or call 473-3003. That's 473-3003. Now, the Department of Agriculture and its Forestry Division want to support those in the CNMI, donating 29 chainsaws to the Department of Fire and Emergency Services and Forestry Office. The tools, valued at approximately almost $10,000, go to removing loose debris, tree hazards, and fuel reduction efforts. The Guam Forestry Division is able to provide the chainsaws through a program, the Cooperative Fire Protection Initiative, and is in partnership with the U.S. Forestry Service. The chainsaws were packaged and shipped this afternoon. Please stay tuned. There is much more to come right after.
We value relationships because when we commit,
I love you guys until you're 80, until you're 90, until you're 100, forever.
We are in it for the long run, so you can enjoy the moments that matter. Because when we commit to relationships, we never stop caring. Calvo's Select Care, health care that is always there for you.
No matter where you come from. We have Palauans here, we have Chukis here, we have Filipinos here, we have Japanese here, Chinese, Korean. We have every ethnicity that you can imagine. You are Guam. We are Guam.
This is my island. I am from here, Ray. I was born and raised here, Ray. My family is here, Ray. And I am more qualified to be governor of Guam.
I'm not here to leave you. I would never quit on the people of Guam, and I never will. I am only here to serve you, just like my partner Tony. We're going to do this because we care about you.
My family and my friends need and deserve a better Guam.
I'm Ray Tenorio, and I approve this message.
I'm Hope Benavente de los Reyes, and I'm voting for Joe.
I'm Ray Younger. I'm voting for Joe.
My name is Michael Gofigan-Tapasnia, and I am voting for Joe.
I am Kathy Young Guerrero, and I'm voting for Joe.
I am Rose Tapasnia Mesa, and I am voting for Joe.
I am Joanne Kennedy, and I'm voting for Joe.
I am Ernie Caceres. I am voting for Joe.
I'm Benjamin D. Mesa Jr. I'll be voting for Joe.
I am Anne Leon Guerrero. I am voting for Joe.
I'm Pete Johnson, and I'm voting for Joe.
As I look around, there are so many longtime Democrats
But it doesn't serve the good of our island or our Democratic Party when we don't embrace the will of our party. And that will was choosing Lou and Josh.
The people that have been forgotten, we will bring people helping people back. I'm banking on Lou and Josh.
I want to invite those Democrats, those Republicans that are sitting maybe on the sidelines. Well, I want to tell them that they have a home here with us.
Family is about more than who you are related to. It includes everyone. This election is coming down to one value and one value only: trust. Who will you trust to protect the people of Guam?
I'm Julian Guerrero, and I approve this ad.
These are our islands, and this is our Laddystone. This is what we stand for and who we are. For more than 35 years, we delivered connections that matter throughout the Marianas. First, via radio link, then by fiber optic cable. We launched the region's first 4G LTE network and continue to make our network faster and stronger. Telecommunications changed the way our islands interact with the world, but not the heart behind those interactions. IT&E. Explore your world.
Josh and I have proposed a comprehensive plan to kickstart our economy, create jobs with rising wages, fight the root causes of crime, fund our schools, and make our classrooms safer places to learn. I know the value of life, and when a mother has to go through that very personal decision, it should be done in privacy, not the government, Ray. Stay out of it.
He knows a lot about conflict of interest, since he's the one that sent the bill down to the legislature to give himself a pay raise. And I promise you this, I will be a hard-working lieutenant governor, working every day to meet the challenges of Guam and to lift Lou's vision for Guam that is fair, safe, and prosperous.
Mike St. Nicholas doesn't believe we are confident enough to govern ourselves.
We don't want people who are not confident in their own self-governance to be voting on self-government.
Yet, we pursued more self-government because we are confident we can govern ourselves. The only person who does not trust the people of Guam is Mike St. Nicholas. If he doesn't trust us, we can't trust him. Let's vote for Doris Flores Brooks, a trusted, experienced representative who believes and trusts the people of Guam.
I'm Doris Flores Brooks, and I approve this message.
You know, sometimes we take for granted clean, safe drinking water and the ability to go into the ocean until you don't have it. And we finally said it wasn't good for Guam, and we weren't going to put up with it anymore. I joined the CCU to make sure that we could take care of the water we need to drink. We could enjoy the ocean, because without water, we don't have Guam. I ask for your vote. I'm Simon Sanchez, and I approve this message.
Welcome back, everybody. The top man at DOE is now moving forward with rebuilding the home of the Sharks. Superintendent John Fernandez says $2.5 million in funding is secured, and he is this time confident that the school will be rebuilt with little delay. The bid would be split into 5 phases, which the superintendent says might be more costly, but can help lessen the possibility of a protest.
There's no guarantee that no matter how we prepare and no matter how we refine this process and no matter what expertise we bring on board, there's no guarantee that someone's not going to protest. But in this process, we think that we can narrow the scope of things that might be protested, and we're going to bring on board the expertise that we feel is needed and with the experience on other similar projects.
Fernandez is hoping to send out phase 1 of a procurement for a survey company as early as next week. Well, the public certainly wants to know if Agent Orange was sprayed or not by the military on Guam. Senators at an oversight hearing for the EPA asked Director Walter Leon Guerrero for the results of testing at Andersen Air Force Base with Joint Region Marianas.
Sampling event took place. There was discrepancies between the lab results. Those discrepancies resulted in DOD insisting that we do the same sampling event again.
So far, 5 samples each were collected from 4 areas on and off base. Some test positive for chemicals in Agent Orange and some did not. EPA plans to collect more samples on the 11th. Senators also brought up the photos of rusty barrels gone viral found near San Carlos Falls, which Leon Guerrero says do not carry Agent Orange. Speaker Therese Terlahi called that conclusion premature since the barrels have not been tested as of yet. Well, the Historic Preservation Board is seeking a pause to any more bulldozing of an ancient settlement site in Dedido known as Magua. Members on Wednesday approved motions asking the Admiral for a stop work order and access a 1-acre site at the future base for U.S. Marines. This follows concerns raised this week by board member Dave Lotz that the military had conducted what he described as a massive clearing of the area while the board was still trying to find a way to preserve the settlement. Chairman Michael Maquillo says it was a missed opportunity.
Because a very small gesture or the very small act of entertaining this discussion and helping us to work with these artifacts in that site, the Magua site, really would have gone a long way in rebuilding sort of faith in the process of working with the military leadership and working with the Marine buildup in a way that shows respect.
The Historic Preservation Board wants more time to come up with an interpretive program for visitors to site that will explain and promote its historical as well as cultural significance. And also tonight, the Guam Regional Medical City is phasing out its maternal child health care services. Starting Friday, such services will be provided at GMH. This includes labor and delivery, general pediatrics, pediatric, and neonatal intensive care. The medical city's patients are being transferred to GMH or will be discharged at home. All pregnant women and children 17 years old or younger who need emergency care are advised to go to GMH's emergency room. GRMC says it won't turn away emergency or urgent care patients, but those who need to be admitted properly will be promptly transferred to GMH. Find out more about that story on KUAM.com and stay tuned because there is more coming up after this.
As I look around, there are so many longtime Democrats, but it doesn't serve the good of our island or our Democratic Party when we don't embrace the will of our party. And that will was choosing Lou and Josh.
The people that have been forgotten, we will bring people helping people back. I'm banking on Lou and Josh.